everyone, it is Marie here from Skeins, and I have got a huge video for you today. So I hope you've got a glass of water. In fact, I'll reach over, I'll just go and grab mine here because we have got so much to talk about today. I haven't been to see you for a week or so. Sorry, just color coordinated. Because we've had so much going on, and we've got some new yarns in. I've got my box of tricks sitting right here, so I've got loads that I want to talk to you about today. And I'm going to start with the one thing that everybody is talking about right, oh, crash, there go the keys, talking about right now, which is Floozy Too. So Floozy Too is the new pattern release from Libby Johnson, just dropped last week, at the end of about this time last week actually. It has set the internet on fire. Everyone is talking about it. It is essentially the jumper or sweater version of Floozy 1. And if you can remember, here's our shop sample that we have here. This is Claire's Floozy, and this is done in the Sockmatician Edition Moody Hues 4-ply, in Baker, which is the purple, Milk, which is the grey, and Garland, which is the yellow. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in a minute. But what I wanted to do today to help you out, one of the big topics of conversation on the internet with a lot of people pulling it together was what yarns to use, what to pull together, what colours to actually pick, and actually what to create in terms of a lightweight, summer weight jumper, because it does use a lighter weight yarn. So I have purchased the pattern, and this is it here. And as you can see, there we go. And as you can see, it's sort of darker, broodier tones. Now the yarn, she's done a collaboration with this particular sweater with the lovely Katrine from Yarn Floozy, who dyes the most beautiful yarns. What she has been doing, this one in that particular sample, and what she's been recommending is a merino silk cashmere, and I know that Katrine has been pulling together kits with those, which are available online. But there's been loads of discussion around, because it's a beautiful signature piece in terms of the yarns, and the yarns are a little bit out of some budgets. So we have been fielding a load of questions here on email and through social media, and I've seen them out in the thing around in terms of yarn substitutions. So I thought I'd run through some of those today with you in terms of helping you get the most and make some selections if you're planning to make either a Floozy or a Floozy Too, because it's a great project to work in across the summer. It's a really, everyone I've spoken to that's knitted one just love how it's a really pleasurable pattern to knit. Working in 4-ply weights are just absolutely perfect for this time of year, so it's really fun. So I have the information front portion here. And the beautiful thing about this is that Libby she does knit size these really generously. So she's started from working in inches, 34 inches up to 57.5 inches. So that's, pretty generous, or in metric, that's 85 to 144.5 centimeters. If you're dealing with someone like me, I'd comfortably knit something in one of these sizes and no. So, I mean, I'm a good solid, as you can see, big solid 22, and I'd have no problem getting this size. So have absolutely no issues there. 9 sizes she's included in this pattern. So she's done a lot of work there. You're needing a 3.5 and a 3.25 millimeter needle for knitting and with the circulars. And the beautiful thing, this is what I love, she does this, which is so fantastic. She's given the exact colours that she's done here with Katrine, but she's also put in yardages and meterages if you're substituting your yarn. So that is the most important magical numbers here. So I've gone and had a look. We've now got, she's also got listed here a 27 stitch to 37 round gauge on a 3.5 millimeter needle. Now, that has actually been a gauge that has been not a bone of contention with people, but it's one that we've received a load of questions about, because on a lot of the yarns that we have out there, a standard 4-ply gauge is 28 stitches to 36 to 38 rounds or rows, depending on how you're working, and this is 27, and a lot of people have been like, oh whoa, okay, this is all quite different. You've got to remember too, they've gone and based that tension based on a 3.5mm needle, so that is often when we're working out gauges, 3.5 is actually a needle measurement that is not so commonly used. That sort of 27 stitch gauge sits well and truly into the realm of 4-ply or 4-ply yarn. If you're working with American yarns, or you've got yarns at home that are often termed fingering or fingering weight yarn. Intriguingly enough though, one of the things that I've gone and done is I've had a look at the yarn that she has knitted her sample in, which is the merino silk cashmere, and that is at 438 yards, and we've been able to actually do a little or 400 meters per skein. So we've actually done those works back, and that works out at pretty much a light 4-ply yarn. So with all of that being said, it means that if you are wanting to do some different yarns, we have a huge variety of yarns that you can use in that project. And obviously the most obvious one is the Sock Petition edition, because you get this beautiful soft muted look, this hand dyed sort of look, but on a yarn that is really, really affordable. So that is certainly one that I would recommend, and that's a color that's probably been one of the most popular color combinations of that floozy combination. But I've gone and pulled out a couple of other ideas for you that might actually help you along. Now, if you were wanting to do Sock Petition edition, you would be doing, and I've gone and sized this from the mid-size to the largest size. So if you're a smaller person, you could possibly even drop a ball back. But this covers pretty much nearly all sizes, okay? So if you're doing a Sock Petition edition, for your main color, you would need 9 to 11 balls. And then for the other two colors, you only need, 2 balls, depending 1 to 2 balls of the second color and only 1 ball of the third. Now, where have I got it? There we go. One of the things that I find often is that people are pulling together, and you will have that one skein of really beautiful luxury yarn sitting in your stash, and you think, oh, I'd really love to use it for something like this. Now, the nice thing about this pattern is that you've got a second contrast color, which in this case is this gray one here, which there's enough of it moving through that you can actually make quite a feature of it. Now, in the larger sizes, you need around more than one 50-gram balls. You need around anywhere from 60 to 75 grams worth, roughly, of color for that secondary color. So quite often, if you've got something really beautiful and interesting in your stash like this, and if you'd come to Knit August Nights, you may have one of these in your stash, which is the souvenir skein from Knit August Nights this year, from Bleating Art Yarns. So if you had one of these and you're thinking, I'd really, really, really like to do this in a floozy, that's where you can pull together your beautiful hand-dyed yarn, and you can pop it together with other yarns to create a full cardigan. So in this particular instance, we've got the Bleating Art here. This is Delavery from Sock Petition, which works fantastically well, because whenever you're wanting to do color work, you're needing to have contrast. So this one is predominantly a mid to light shade with a few darker pops. You've got the lovely dark yarn there, and then you can either also just do your third color using this very soft milk there, or you could actually jump in and do something completely different to add another pop of color, and that's where Garland, which I showed you, as you can see, is the pop of color in this one, that's where Garland works really, really well. So this is a way that you can actually incorporate these beautiful precious skeins that you have in your stash at home with yarns like this, and you can actually save yourself a bit of money doing that way. And I mean, when you're actually in reality, when we do this, And if you've been eagle-eyed, I've actually popped in all these yarns that that we stock that I'm talking about today with these floozies. I've gone and popped in a special sale, and I'll go into that in more detail in a minute. But at the moment, if you've got these at the moment, purchase these at the moment. Sockmatician edition, and I've gone and written these. Oh, yes, there I have. Have I written this down? Yes, I've written this down. I've written it somewhere else. Look at that. Worked all these out, written it on the, oh, another piece of paper. Where did I write it? I wrote it down. I know I wrote it down. Oh, well, we can work these out now, can't we? Oh, no, there we go. Look, I did write it down. Look at that. You're looking at $72 to $88 in yarn for Sockmatician edition if you were to do this for main colour and maybe one of the pops of colour, and you add one of your special luxury skeins. If you were to do, sorry, I'm just looking at my handwritten notes, I'm hopeless. Or if you were to actually replace two of the different colours, you would only just need to do, around, you're looking at around $70 to $80 in Sockmatician edition for a Floozy Too, if you were to add something else in. If you were to do the whole thing in Sockmatician edition, you would then be looking at around $70 to $80, and you just need to add in about another $8 to $16, depending on whether you need one or two balls of the other colours. So it does actually make it a really good viable option for you if you're looking for other colours. And just to give you an idea, I mean, I've just pulled that one out to show you. I'm going to pop that on the keyboard, but I've also got a couple of others to show you. See, like I had just dug those out of my stash. And before you actually wondered, oh gosh, did she bring this? I actually had this stash here at work, hidden. Well, it's not hidden, it's everywhere in my office. But we've got loads of other things that you can pull in. See, there's some greens there. But I particularly like this. That's hedgehog fibres. Lord only knows where I got that from. But see, look, you pop that together with the milk. This one here is a fibre to go. I'm all over the show this morning. I really am. I didn't sleep very well last night. But see, look at that. When you throw it together with the milk. It's so good to have these plain contrasts, to be able to sort of pull these things together and actually use up these really wonderful, wonderful yarns that you may have lurking around. Which then brings me to, if you didn't want to use Sockmatician edition and you're needing to sort of do something that's a little bit, to save you a bit more money again, I'm going to jump into my bag of tricks here. Launched today, and they are live now on the website. I've actually had these in the system since after the sale. We did a few of these at the sale. We had some yarn that was, the twist wasn't quite right. We put it out at the sale for everybody. And what they were was some just 100-gram balls of, there we go. Get rid of the cellophane because no one likes to hear cellophane crinkling around. Of just sock yarn. And we've had our 14 ply, which we just call warm because it's good basic range. So we've been really expansive on this one and we've called it sock. But it's really interesting. Do you know how hard it is to actually go online or anywhere or into a store and just buy a plain coloured sock yarn in a solid colour? It's really, really tough. And we've had a load of customers that have just come to us who like to do hand knitted socks for themselves or for friends or for partners or whoever, and they don't want beautiful pattern colours. They want something that they can wear every day at work, wherever it at. They want a nice neutral grey, they want a lovely deep blue, some want lighter colours like this that they can wear with sports uniforms, even good old basic black. So we thought, well, why don't we create just a small tight range of, this is premium shrink treated merino with 20% nylon for strength, and we create a sock yarn in solid shades just for that very occasion. So we had. And what we've gone and done with the colours is we've gone two colours here. We've just gone with natural and black, because that makes perfectly sense. So this one here is the undyed version, and we've got the black here. And then we've also gone and introduced just 3 other shades, and we've gone and taken these 3 shades. If anybody recognises them, and you might recognise them, these are 4-ply versions of Albertine. So, and we've even given them the same name to make it nice and easy for you. So we've got Great Lakes, Black Cherry, oopsie, Quarry Ridge, and Spring Melt. So the reason why I wanted to dig these out and show you, because A, they are now live, so they are live now, but back to the conversation we were just having in terms of creating a floozy, is that, see, look at that, you can actually do this lovely bit of contrasting. In fact, I think this guy, now isn't that a happy accident? And you throw a little bit of cream on top of that, or even, you know what I would be inclined to throw in there? I would be inclined to throw that in there. Look at that. And I mean, with that this last little pop of colour here, that third colour there, you only need, it's only a part ball. So if you've got even some sock scraps lurking around, and there's nothing in the rule book, there's 3 lots of colour in this. So there is, hold on, 2, 4, so 8, there's 10 rows of that pop of colour contrast in that project. Who says that all of those 10 rows need to be the same colour? Now there's a thought for you. That will knock your noodle, won't it? So don't be too constrained. Let yourself go. But this sock is absolutely perfect, completely perfect for floozy patterns, and great when you're wanting to do combinations like this. But there's absolutely no reason why you can't also do its own combinations. So the beautiful thing about this sock is that, like all good sock yarns, it's in a 100 gram ball. Why a 100 gram ball, you ask? Quite simple. You can get a standard average sized adult pair of socks out of a single ball. So that's why we've gone and done that. It is a 384 meters per ball for those people that like to know such things. And if you were floozying, if you're going to be floozying, you will only need, for the main color, 4 to 5 balls, and then obviously 1 ball of each. But this sock, I think, is utterly ideal. Oh gosh, I'm dropping things now. When you're wanting to throw in something from stash like this. So if you're wanting to throw in something like this from stash, well, then that's when you can draw combinations up together, and you can start playing with your sock as your main color, and then you draw your combo out from something from stash. So have a bit of fun with this. I mean, half the joy, I think, is actually pulling together combinations a little bit different from what's necessarily on the front cover. And now, with all of that being said, it doesn't matter who publishes the pattern. When you have something on the front cover, ultimately that's the one people want. So I have actually, we can get quite close to that colour combination. So Libby has gone and used here varying shades of green through yellow to achieve that. So, and I have taken photographs of these, which I'm going to publish after I'm all done with this, just to make life easier for you. So I had a little bit of a dig around to see, there we go, to see what yarns what greens that we have that would actually emulate that. So we are quite lucky. We've got in 4-ply 3 quite fabulous greens, and they are the Sock Spring Melt. This is Featherston from Sock Petition Edition, and this little guy up here, this is Theo, and this is from Legacy Organic Merino. Legacy is another one that would get Gage into that pattern and would be absolutely amazing. It will give you a beautiful saturated colour. It will work really, really well as a pop of colour if you're wanting to mix and match with your own yarns. But the Legacy, I think, in this Floozy Too will be amazing. So those are 3 greens there that I think would all work really well in this. Obviously, you've got the yellow. We have a couple of yellow options, and there's the other one down there. One of those is Mitch in Legacy, look at that. And the other one with that, well, I'll put that around there, is obviously Garland with Sock Petition Edition. Now, as you can see, we're already gathering up. Oh, look at that. Looking good. The colour, the secondary colour that she's got in there, and I actually notice, yes, the secondary colour she's got in there, we haven't got anything quite like that. That's sort of a yellowy, greeny, yellow flaxen sort of a colour. We've got a colour similar to that in DK, but not in 4-ply. However, Deb from Outlaw has this little guy, which is Baby Bandit, and this one is Innocence. And it's a really sort of rich cream, and it actually works, I think, really, really well, because it provides you that contrast and that pop of colour that you need to actually make that pattern work stand out. So that, I think, is a really, really good option to throw in there. And again, this is another yarn that you will be able to get gauge with. So when it comes to finding yarn for Floozy Too, to be honest with you, you're going to be spoiled for choice from us, because there are so many different options that we have within those 4-ply yarns, which will give you plenty of options in terms of finding your own colour combination. It will give you plenty of options if it means that you're wanting to mix and match indie dyed yarns like this back with yarns like that. I mean, look at those two. Are they not a happy marriage? Absolutely fantastic. So have a little dig around. If you've got something in your stash, particularly just one skein of it to use up as that second contrast colour, I think that's a really, really nice way to use those single, what I call impulse stashes and impulse buys. Believe me, I've got heaps of them, without just doing the usual one skein wonder project. So dig those out. And again, I'm just going to give you some numbers, because I did all this maths before, and just to give you an idea, this maths, if you jump online now until the end of the month, if you jump online and you go up into buy by brand, you'll see that there is a new category that's appeared this afternoon, and that is called Skeinz at Sea November Sale. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Skeinz at Sea part in a second. So in that, all these yarns I've just talked about now, including the brand new sock, Skeinz Sock, which does have its own category, the brand new Skeinz Sock, the Legacy, the Baby Bandit, the Sock Petition, and Pearl Luster, which I'm going to talk about with this in a moment. All of those yarns have been placed in that category and have been reduced until the end of the month to give you a chance to actually get stuck into these projects. All these projects that I'm both Floozy Too and this Ranunculus behind me that I'm going to talk about, these are brilliant spring and summer projects to get working on. So if you haven't got stuff already in your stash, or you need to get a few extra bits and pieces in to get these projects started, I think this is the perfect time to do it. So I did mention before, sock, you need 4 to 5 balls. So that works out, because I've got an introductory price in there at $9.95 a ball. It will normally be $12.95, but that works out at $40 to $50 for the main colour. And then you're only needing to add your 2 contrasts on that. So depending on what you want to do, you're looking at $40 to $50 for main colour. If you actually jump back and you decided, and I haven't got a ball of it here, but you wanted to add in a Baby Bandit with that, well, Baby Bandit, we've now taken $1 off Baby Bandit. So that is now $9.95. At the moment, if you wanted to do Baby Bandit, down from $11. If you wanted to do Merino Soft, Merino Soft is $6.50. That isn't in the sale, but that's still incredible value. A 50-gram ball. So you add in one of those. So there are, and Merino Soft has got those beautiful soft pastel shades. So if you're particularly doing something a wee bit darker, like if you've decided to do this guy here, you've got this beautiful plummy something like this that would actually, where did the other one go that we really liked? There it is. Oopsie. This is what happens when I get stuck in the chair and I'm a fat old bird and I can't get around. Right, there we go. You've got that as your second colour, and you just need one more colour. And we've got a beautiful soft mist that would look brilliant in that, in Merino Soft. That's only another $6.50. So, you know, it's a way to actually get some really good value out of doing your floozy. The other thing to remember even when it's on sale, and I know that with Christmas coming up and there's loads going on, remember we now online have lay-by. So if you want to actually get any of these yarns, you can actually do it by lay-by and actually spread those payments out over 6 weeks, which will be a huge help to you if you're wanting to do that. So do make sure you check this. I'm going to do a newsletter, and let everybody know what's going on with this. Give you the link to the sale page, but definitely do get in and check that out, because that's going on until the end of the month. And we have called it the Skeinz Sea Sale. Seems like a really odd name, is it not? But the reason for that is that I am taking, you may have remembered I put out some information, a good year or so ago now, around Knit August Nights, a can cruise, and Skeins at Sea. And we are about to embark at the end of next week on that cruise. There are 48 of us, 48 going on that cruise. So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event leaving from Melbourne. And I'm going to try and load up as many photos as I can whilst we're on board and when I get into internet and things like that. And we've got some wonderful classes happening on board. And I wanted to sort of, while I was away, I wanted to do something to celebrate that. So it's a really good opportunity with these 4-ply yarns to do a little bit of a sale for Skeins at Sea, and just to sort of celebrate the very first of its kind for us. We've never done anything like that before. And, you know, and thank you to all of those who are coming, because, you know, we're all heading off on an adventure together, which I just think will be great. Loads and loads and loads of fun. So as I said, that sale is happening until the end of the month, so do make sure you check that out. Now, as you've probably seen this sitting here, is this not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Absolutely stunning. So we were looking for a garment project that we could do with our pearl luster, and we wanted something that was like a layering piece, a popover piece, but also to allow this beautiful, soft, shimmery nature of this yarn to show through. And I just thought this pattern was an absolute sitter. This is Ranunculus by Midori Hirose. Now, if you don't remember who she is the girl who, or the young lady who designed the chika that I knitted a couple of over during the winter, the sort of big white thick V-necked cropped jumper. And I have just thrashed my chikas. In fact, I've just been, as you know, away for another work trip, and I took one of the charcoal chika with me and wore it loads. So this is Ranunculus, and I'd seen Ranunculus knitted in a very, very fine mohair, and it just looks beautiful. In fact, I think one of her samples is knitted in a cobweb lace mohair, and this one has been done in a vest. I think there is also a version where you can add sleeves, and this is one of the things that actually Midori does in her patterns, which I really like. She applies a whole bunch of different style options, so you can actually adjust and make this pattern to actually fit your wardrobe and fit what you like. This one has been done in our pearl luster. When I go and dig down into the depths of despair, there we go. So here's our pearl luster here. This one has been done in, in argent, which is that one there. But as you can see, these colors, I mean, these are such beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soft colors. And this sort of layering piece, particularly too, if you've got beautiful, lovely summer dresses, or you've got another top, and you just need something else as that extra layer to give, particularly with the wind, if the wind is up, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now, this is a sheer fabric. So it is a delicate fabric. Any sheer fabric like this is delicate, but it is utterly, utterly beautiful. There's lovely little lace detailing up here. It's just stunning. Apparently a really nice thing to knit. I'm actually seriously thinking I might do one of these. I think it's just beautiful. I found out, now this one is obviously, as you can see, has been done to quite a small size, but didn't even take 2 balls. I know. Insane. 90 grams. How crazy is that? So if you're looking for a really fun, quick knit for summer, I think Ranunculus is an absolute sitter, and as you can see, looks completely amazing in this pearl luster. So that pearl luster is also in that Skeinz Sea Sale. So do check that out, because I think that would be utterly divine. Don't panic. I will put the link for that pattern in the comments for you, so you're able to check all of that out. So yeah, I think that really is quite lovely, quite lovely. So we've talked Floozy, we've talked Ranunculus, we've talked Skeins at Sea. I did get this really great question. We got an email today saying, oh, I think you've accidentally put something into my order. I didn't order it, but you didn't charge me for it either. And it was this. No, we didn't accidentally put it in there. We put it in there on purpose. We have got loads of this ribbon left, and it's actually, I mean, knitting with this ribbon isn't exactly everybody's cup of tea. I've actually been crocheting with this. I've actually been making some garlands and stuff with this for the Christmas tree and having a good play around. It's actually, it really is quite fun to play with. But this is a nylon ribbon. But you know what? It's ribbon. And if you're looking, we thought we'd throw these in your order. So every order that comes in at the moment is getting one of these, every single order. Because the reality of it is that you need to, this is brilliant with Christmas coming up for wrapping your Christmas presents. Absolutely fantastic, great for craft. It's surprising how handy this is. We even had someone I heard in the shop today when they were, she was looking at it and she went, oh, she said, oh, I don't think I'll wrap a present in it. She said, but it'll be perfect for tying up my tomatoes, the steaks. Yes, it would. So however you wish to use this craft ribbon, I think, is just absolutely fantastic. If you want to buy some more, it's at the moment it's lucky dip in terms of what colour that goes in there. I think at the moment a lot of this one's going in, but if you want some more of this, it is only 99 cents to purchase. And, you know, a couple of balls and pulled together with a sort of fattish crochet hook make fantastic simple chained garlands to go around the Christmas tree or to set up as bunting or anything like that if you're wanting to do decorations, crafty decorations. And that actually leads me and segues nicely to crafty decorations, because we have been receiving a nice little steady stream of beautiful crafted decorations as part of our Crafty Christmas. Now, wow, boy, aren't you guys loving doing stuff for Christmas? I have seen the most incredible projects posted. Now, if you are going to be sending some of those to us for entries as well, do make sure you do that, because again, we need to have all of those in by the end of the month. I've started to pull together the prize hamper that is for those decoration entries. So I talked about this the other day. That's that beautiful bag. Look at that, from Solange. And in there we have a current knitting magazine. We also have, Lorraine has very kindly donated, oh there it is there. Sorry, that's Solange's tag for the bag. This lovely shawl knitted in Bohemia Muse, and this was in, I think this was called Desire Valentine Desire, anyway, it'll come to me. So we've got that beautiful shawl there, and also to go with it is, and I'm not going to put this on because it's so going to clash with my pink top, didn't think of that, did I? Also in there, Solange has made this incredible shawl cuff to go with said shawl. Look at that, see? To pull it all together, and look, it's even color coordinated and everything, just for you. So that's in there. We also have some Bohemia Kelmscott and Carnival, which I think are the perfect festive colors. They are in there as well, so you can do some more crafty Christmas projects. And we've got more to go in here. So we're basically, as we're going to be getting some chocolate treats. This bag is going to be groaning by the end of the month. So you need to get those entries through to us. when I send the email out, if you're on the newsletter, it is Skeins 102 Taradale Road. I'll pop it in the comments. 102 Taradale Road, Onikawa, Napier 4110. If you get those in, and we will put them up on our Christmas tree, and then they will be judged, and the best one will win this wonderful prize pack. But also keep posting up your Crafty Christmas. Your Crafty Christmas also goes into a random draw there for any post, and I am really loving seeing what you're working on. There's loads of ornaments, there's decorations, there's covers. I saw the most adorable knitted nativity with a twist posted in the last day or so. That was absolutely just so cute. It's just great. It's really good to see everybody getting into the swing of Crafty Christmas and getting that whole festive time of year rocking along. We love it. We love it. We love it. Now let me check my notes. Yes, that's why I needed to turn my card over. The other thing I've been doing this morning as well is, if you follow Available Light Photography, which is the wonderful Steph who does our photography here now for our products, she posted, I know, up on her site the other. She's been doing a whole load of photography with us, and the batch that she's just completed was all the Bohemia yarns from Outlaw, so Bohemia Sport and Bohemia Worsted. I've got the Sport loaded up. I'm just going to finish getting all of this stuff here loaded up, and then I'll do the Worsteds. I've also loaded up as well Albertine. So we finally had Albertine photographed. So the Albertine DK has all their photos now up. If you jump on, just to let you know, in the parcel going up literally to Steph tonight, because the new sock yarns have only, say Skeinz Sock, have only just arrived to me today. Because these are Albertine colours, don't be alarmed that when you jump onto the website you will see that I've actually used the Albertine photos for these, the Albertine DK photos. And that's just so you can see the colours. The colours are identical. So I've gone and done that to have those loaded up, and I've done the black and the natural and orb, because we have both of those colours, exact colours in orb. So those have been loaded up like that, and then as soon as I get these back from Steph, which will be early next week, I will switch them all out. But you rest assured, when you jump online and you have a look at this and the Great Lakes, the colour of Great Lakes there is the colour of this Great Lakes. So that's why I've gone and done that, because it's more accurate than me taking my on the concrete floor photographs, which is what I usually do. Wow, let's see. 36 minutes. Wow, I've talked way long enough. So you need to jump online now. Check out that Skeins Sea Sale. That runs till the end of the month. As I said, we do have lay-by for online purchases, so you can go through any purchases you need to make. You can check those out and get 6 weeks to pay using lay-by. Ranunculus behind me from Midori Hirose, and Floozy Too, obviously, by Livy. I'll put both of those links to those patterns on Ravelry to purchase. I think they're an absolute winner, and I just think that's stunning, don't you? Absolutely amazing. And go and dig out all your little stray skeins in your stash and get excited, you know, because this is what, I don't know about you, this is why we buy these. We buy, look, colour coordinated. How colour coordinated am I? Not with the pink top, but everything else. We buy these because we love them. We buy these because we get excited. We buy these because they make us feel good. So yeah, get inspired by these and see what colour combinations you can match up and create something special. I think that would be pretty cool. So until then, I will definitely catch up with you next week before I head off on cruise, just to let you know what's happening, what's shaking. And I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, to have a couple more yarns to bring you next week. So until then, have great knitting across the weekend, and I will talk to you then. Take care. Bye.